Hello my fellow anti-Bonner fighters and welcome back for more Luxor Amun Rising Expert Mode with konisbored. Last time we beat stage 4-5, the extra stage of Is This in the Vines, Is This Not, and today we're carrying on with stage 5 of Luxor Amun Rising. Yeah, you probably should know this by now. Otherwise, why are you watching this? What is the point of watching my playthrough anyway? And I believe the reason is I'm the only, I'm the only person doing commentary videos on Luxor and by extension Luxor Amun Rising. That may change in the future, hopefully Spear Metaphorons. I don't want to be alone in this cruel, harsh world. And chain, nice, got that. Alright, so Hall of the Ibis Bull finally shows off a bit of its gimmick. It hits upwards immediately after it shows up, which is actually pretty tricky. It's one of those levels where if you quick kill a chain fast enough, you can actually easily get rid of the chain, but if you don't, stuff like this happens. Okay, good thing I set up all those chains and made it so that I can pretty much nail power-ups consistently now. That is actually a pretty consistent strat. Just add colors to the spear train until you're certain that you can consistently score like a ton of combos and chains without adding new colors and get power-ups over and over and over again. Doesn't always work though, because sometimes the color algorithm can throw you and give you a color you weren't anticipating, or you just cannot possibly add a color to a spear train without adding something ridiculous into the mix. So far so good. Okay, I think there's a new gem for the level. I am not too sure. I don't really remember much of the mid-game gems because they're pretty unremarkable. But this one's pretty shiny. Shiny! Give me the shiny gems. Yeah, by the way, this game does have a story. It's not collect the treasures. It should be collect the treasures. I mean, no matter what, the story is an excuse plot. Secretly, the story of Luxor Amun Rising is to collect all the treasures. Those poor spears must be destroyed in the name of treasure. But no, the real plot of the game is you have returned after the first game after stopping set, and there's this outside force called the Princess of Megiddo that wants to conquer all of Egypt, and you're trying to stop them. I have no idea what destroying spear trains have anything to do with stopping the Princess of Megiddo, but whatever, I guess. I'm not sure if the lightning bug quick kill works on this. It does. I never really experiment with this all that much. I guess I'll experiment it more now on I was gonna say on stream, I mean on YouTube, live on YouTube, because as I already mentioned, Luxor Amun Rising doesn't get a lot of love on YouTube, although again, the first Luxor game technically gets more love on YouTube, but only barely. Luxor as a marble popper is overshadowed by probably Zoma, definitely Zoma. Zoma, I'm not gonna say it's overrated or anything. Zoma's actually pretty dang good, but I wish Luxor gets emphasized more, and it kind of is now that the Spear Matches Forum discovered how to mod Luxor games. So Luxor games make a comeback finally, because Mumbo Jumbo was getting nowhere with that mess. And bye. That's it for Hall of the Ibis Bull. As you might have noticed, the levels are getting pretty dang long. That is one complaint I have with Luxor levels. They are long. They start to drag. Marshals of the Delta again. As I already mentioned, this level is deceptively easy. It's not even an extra level, yet it's probably, in my opinion, one of the hardest levels in the game due to the spear track. But we shall soon see about that one. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. I know didn't get it. Looks like I'm gonna just have to kill everything the long way. I was gonna do a tricky quick kill off screen where it won't quick kill the entire spear train, and it will leave like one spear alive, so I can actually focus on the one nearing the pyramid. It's a lot harder to do than just randomly shooting the what's it called? The spears. Gee, I can't even speak. I'm a failure, dude. Oh, double reverse, nice. Again, manipulating power-ups is the way to go for Luxor. once I knew how to manipulate power-ups in Luxor, I started abusing it. I didn't actually know because I don't think the game actually tells you that a power-up is every triple chain, triple combo. The game doesn't actually explicitly tell you that. That's something you just have to figure out on your own. Or read an FAQ or something that tells you. Again, only the first Luxor has an FAQ on game facts, so what gives? Luxor Amun Rising is the superior game. Need like a double fireball here. It's gonna be sick. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you might have noticed that I scored a double fireball. What I actually did was, when I got the first fireball, I right-clicked to store it. It's pretty tricky. You have to have good reflection to do it, because it requires you to realize that you have a power-up in your inventory that you want to save. So yes, it is possible to save power-ups for a later time by right-clicking, or even have two power-ups at the same time if you are good at timing things. I'm not sure if the quick kill works for Marshals of the Delta. I really hope it does. This level is really tricky. Nope, it doesn't. Okay. Lightning ball quick kill doesn't work on this level. That's good to know for later stages. If not, I'm gonna waste my lightning ball power-ups. I'm more of a beta tester than anything. What's going on? I shouldn't be beta testing on Moon Rising. It's not even a mod. Okay, good. There's a triple chain and that's reverse. Alright. That's a pretty nice power-up to come now. I'm gonna try to add to the spear chain. Spear train, not chain. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of this. Oh, aha! That is one reason I absolutely despise Marshals of the Delta. The tunnel hitboxes are so wonky. Sometimes I try to hit something and it just hits to the wrong spear train. It hits the wrong segment instead. That utterly irritates me. Like you see, that could have easily hit the wrong segment because sometimes I make some really cool plays, and remember, every triple chain, every triple combo next to a power-up. So if you lose your combo because of missing a part, because of those stupid dumb tunnels, that is the level's fault. It is never my fault. Never is Konis at fault. Alright, Marshals of the Delta done. It was kind of tricky, I guess. It's not the worst yet. Wait till 8-2 and 11-2, then the lives will drain. I haven't actually lost a life yet, so far. Not to jinx it or anything, but I'm gonna say this right now, I will probably lose a few lives this playthrough. Do not expect a no-death playthrough. You can't expect that from me, first of all, because I'm commentating over this, and I need to emphasize that commentating over a Marble Popper live isn't easy. I must emphasize that. You need to concentrate, you need to think of nonsense to say, and you need to make sure your commentary isn't a wreck as well. There is a reason this is a kind of a niche. It's tricky to do, to say the least. Okay, lightning. Does lightning quick kill work on Queen of Denial? Am I testing out lightning quick kills or what? Yeah, I didn't. I figured. Whatever, this level is easy anyway. It doesn't need lightning quick kill. It doesn't even probably need a fireball quick kill from experience. It's one of the easiest levels in the game. Which is something that's awkward, because as I already mentioned, this level is based off Ra's Journey to the West from the first Luxor game. And Ra's Journey to the West is a pretty tricky level. Yeah, this is what I call a near quick kill. Instead of quick killing the entire spear train, it leaves one or two spears alive. That is an even more expert strat than the fireball quick kill, because the fireball quick kill, it has a much tighter timing, but then you might ask, Konis, what's the point of leaving one or two spears alive? For multiple segments, this is an even more expert strat than the what's the word called? Than the normal fireball quick kill, because the normal fireball quick kill has a pretty lenient timing. This one, the timing is pretty tight. But if you do it, you can basically focus on the segment nearing the pyramid. I'll probably trying to pull that kind of quick kill off in Invasion of the Ice Skulls. What is Invasion of the Ice Skulls, you may ask? A troll level. Oh boy. Lightning Ball Quick Kill doesn't work on all stages. In fact, I didn't even know the Lightning Ball can Quick Kill on non-vertical stages until I frequent spear matches. I thought it was just Fireball that can clear vertical stages, but nope. Whoa, I was wrong. This vertical is an irritating one though. It's like if it makes it to the top, if it makes it to the vertical, you just need to wait. Verticals, as I already mentioned before, are a huge waiting game in Amun Rising. They love to spam verticals in Amun Rising. Not that that's bad, mind you. In my opinion, the level design of Amun Rising is better than the first game actually, although it has a lot more verticals. There's much more challenge and variety. And again, the visuals are much better than the first game. It has that old school charm to it that later Luxor games like Luxor 2 and whatever can't replicate, although Luxor 2 has some pretty sweet levels too. Although by the time we reach Quest for the Afterlife, it kind of becomes a bore. So it's nice to see some fresh levels. I haven't been spoken much about Queen of the Night, but I think I already said this, but this level is pretty freaking easy. Ooh, the reverse swag. Let's see how close to the beginning of the level I can kill it. Nope, I kind of botched that one up. Whatever. Still a decent Queen of Denial, I guess. Whatever. Almost anything is a decent Queen of Denial. It's a very, very easy stage. So yeah, that's it for Queen of Denial. I'm getting all the gems? What? Since when did I ever get all the gems in a Luxor game?